Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to be diving into some seriously cool stuff from AMD and Intel. They've both come out with their latest processor announcements for 2024. And, it seems like you're really plugged into the future of computing, especially with how much AI is changing the game these days. So get ready, because on this deep dive, we're going to explore a world where AI isn't just some extra feature, it's becoming like the main course.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how both of these companies are approaching this. This isn't just about making processors faster in the way we're used to. This is a totally different way of thinking about computer design, moving towards this specialized hardware that's specifically built for AI.
So are our laptops about to get like a brain transplant or something?
Hmm.
Because both AMD and Intel are making some really bold claims about AI on their new chips. Like AMD is saying that their Ryzen AI 300 series is actually the first ever laptop processor to have a dedicated AI engine. It's like a brain just for AI, right?
Exactly. It's funny because it used to be all about how many gigahertz a processor had, but now it's all about NPUs, these neural processing units. Think of them like specialized circuits, but instead of just crunching numbers, they're designed to work more like our brains do. And instead of gigahertz, we're talking about TOPS, trillions of operations per second.
Okay, so definitely not talking about your grandpa's computer anymore. AMD is saying these new Ryzen AI chips can handle up to 50 TOPS. And that is mind-boggling.
It really is. To give you some context, even some of the early supercomputers would have struggled to reach those kinds of numbers. And Intel's not far behind either. Their new Core Ultra processors are claiming to have double the AI throughput compared to their previous generation. All thanks to their enhanced MPU and, the AI power that's built into their Intel Arc GPUs.
Double. Whoa. That sounds like a huge jump. So it seems like they're really going head-to-head on the hardware.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about what this actually means for us. Like in our everyday lives, using our computers, are we really going to feel a difference? So, okay, say we've got all this AI horsepower, right? Like it sounds super impressive, but are we actually going to feel it? Like what are some real-world examples where this is going to change how we use our laptops?
Well, that's what's so exciting. Just imagine like you're a photographer and you're editing photos with some AI-powered software. These new chips could be the difference between waiting minutes or even hours for an image to render and seeing those changes happen instantly. Or say you're a gamer. Think smoother gameplay, more realistic graphics, all because AI is optimizing the performance in real time.
Okay, yeah, I can see that would be huge for like creative professionals and gamers.
Yeah.
And both companies did mention some benchmarks, but AMD specifically called out Stable Diffusion, which if you don't know is one of those AI image generators that everyone's buzzing about. They said their new Ryzen AI chips are seeing way better performance per watt compared to the previous generation.
Yeah, and it's not just about raw speed, it's about efficiency too. Like
Yeah.
for creative professionals, time is money, right? So these chips mean they can play around with ideas faster, experiment more, and just get more done overall. And for everyday users, it could even mean your laptop battery lasts way longer.
Interesting. And Intel seems to be going all in on this whole AI PC idea. They were talking about over 300 different software features that are AI accelerated. It sounds like they're trying to bake AI into literally everything we do on our computers.
Oh, absolutely. Think about something like video conferencing. Intel says they can use AI to not only make the video quality better, but even filter out background noise. No more barking dogs or like your neighbors mowing the lawn in the middle of your important meeting.
I don't know about you, but uh, it's kind of blowing my mind to think that we're this close to having this much AI power, just like right there at our fingertips, literally in our laps. It feels like we're like entering a whole new era of personal computing.
Yeah, it really does feel that way. This
Yeah.
isn't just like we're getting a spec bump or something. It's way more fundamental than that. Like it's changing how we even think about interacting with technology. For
Right.
decades, computers have basically been designed to be like these general purpose machines, right? Like they can handle all kinds of different tasks. But now with AI becoming so central, we're starting to see this more specialized approach. Different parts of the system are being fine-tuned for very specific types of computation.
That's a really good way to put it. It's kind of like our brains, right?
Yeah.
Like our brains don't process language the same way they process what we see. We have different areas for different tasks.
Exactly. And it's that specialization that's going to unlock these huge leaps in performance and efficiency that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
But it also brings up some, important questions, especially when it comes to security. Like if our laptops are going to be handling all this sensitive information and making decisions based on AI, how do we know that this technology is being used responsibly and securely? That's got to be a concern, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's awesome that our devices are getting so much more powerful and capable. But you know what they say, with great power comes great responsibility. Did either AMD or Intel actually talk about this in their materials?
Intel did spend some time talking about their approach to AI security. They mentioned how they're using AI to actually make security measures even stronger and to protect AI applications themselves, which is good to hear. It's reassuring to see that they're taking those concerns seriously. AMD, on the other hand, didn't really go into as much detail in the documents we looked at.
Huh. Interesting. So it sounds like Intel is really trying to build trust in this AI technology,
Hmm.
which makes sense, right? I mean, especially as AI gets more powerful and more embedded in our lives, we need to be able to trust that it's being developed and used responsibly.
Totally. It's not just about the technical stuff either. There are ethical considerations too, right? Like, as AI becomes a bigger part of our lives, we need to make sure it's being done the right way.
It's a lot to think about, that's for sure. I got to say, this whole deep dive has really given me a lot to consider as we, head into this crazy new world of AI everything.
Me too. And for everyone listening, this is a huge shift that's happening right now. What are you most excited about? What worries you? Let us know, because the future of computing is being shaped as we speak, and your voice is a part of that conversation.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, and we'll catch you in the next one.